Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to write text and then have it overlap another text or another letter and then have the shadow fall onto it. Okay, so first you're going to open up a new image, 640 by 400, and you can fill it in with whatever gradient you want. I'm just going to do deep sea because it's very pretty. Okay, now you take your text tool and you click any letter or write any letter you please. Okay, now I'm going to be teaching you pick metallic something. I think that's down here. Yes, pick metallic something and go to layers and this is how I got it there, by the way. Add tab layers. Okay, alpha to selection this, and I'm gonna view preview size enormous. That way it's easier to see. Well, maybe not enormous, but how about extra large? Okay. Now that you've alpha to selection it, that means that you've put a text layer around it. You just stroke down with the gradient tool, and it should give you a nice look. Now you're going to go to select shrink and by 3. Okay, now you're going to file, now you're going to stroke or fill it in with like a red. No, like a light color so that a shadow can show up. Okay, sorry. Now on bucket tool, go to down here, fill whole selection, fill it in, and select none. Okay. Shoot. Alright, so now that you have that, never mind. Now that you have this, you're going to write your second text, except, cancel, sorry. You're going to write your next letter. Okay, but write the text there in good color. Okay, now to make it under the G, because that's what you want, you basically move the G over it, that way you can underlap it. Okay, but I'm going to do a different color or a different letter because you can't really see. Well, never mind. Okay, so now that you have your letter, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go to that letter and alpha to selection that and stroke down on metallic something, or basically whatever gradient you want. Then you're going to go select shrink again by 3, and you're going to go to fill it in with the great color. Okay, fill it in with that. Select none. Now what you are going to do is you're going to go to your first letter and you're going to cancel. You're going to duplicate that layer and you're going to alpha to selection that, which basically, selects it. You're going to choose black as your color, fill it in. Remember, it's on fill whole again, it's on fill whole selection. It's on fill whole selection, okay? And now once you've done that, you're going to move that to the bottom layer. And then you are going to alpha to selection your second letter, select the first layer, but the first letter is still selected. And then you're going to filters, blur, Gaussian blur. And this basically blurs it evenly. Put it on 9, about that. Select none, and you can sort of see a shadow. You can repeat that a few times. Filters, repeat Gaussian blur. Filters, repeat Gaussian blur. Filter, and you can keep on doing this. You can add a stronger blur. But it works better if the surface area is more, but you can see a clear shadow on that. At least I hope. Okay, next you're going to write your next letter, and you're going to move that up, and let's put this one, let's put it in front of your eye, or whatever your letter is. And let's alpha to selection this, and let's stroke down to add the metallic something. Select shrink. Of course, you guys should have this memorized now. And you're going to fill it in with the teal color. Well, I'm not sure if that's on teal, but whatever. Select none. And then you're going to do the same thing where you duplicate the layer, move that duplicated layer lower than the final layer. You're going to fill it in. Edit, undo. You have to alpha to selection this. Fill it in completely with black. Select none, and then you're going to alpha to selection this. Select this layer. You have to have that selected. Filters, blur, Gaussian blur, and let's try it out with a nice 9 at first, and that gives us a slightly nice blur. And let's try it out. Let's filters, repeat Gaussian blur, filters, repeat Gaussian blur. That's a pretty good blur. Select none, and let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Okay. Next, we're going to write the P, because I'm writing out. In case you haven't guessed what I'm writing out, then you need some help. Okay. Alpha to selection this. Stroke down your gradient. Sorry. Stroke down with the gradient. Yeah, that's a better sweep. Select shrink. Say it with me. By 3, yada yada yada. Okay, now you're going to go fill tool bucket, and this is just basically repeating it. Okay, fill it in with that color, and then you're going to select none. You're going to select the P, and because you've already have a layer blurred, like the M, you can just filters, blur, Gaussian blur by 9, and it's already blurred. But that's just because we're using the same letter twice. Now let's do a stronger Gaussian blur. Alright, now that's really strong. You can see how the shadow. Alright, select none, and there you go is your beautiful text. And play around with it, and thank you for watching.